It's hard to believe that it's been 11 years since PopCap released the original Plants vs Zombies, a strategy game designed for mobile where players are tasked with defending their lawn from wave after wave of encroaching zombies using nothing but particularly wacky garden plants. This past week, Plants vs Zombies 3 went into soft launch in several countries, so I did my usual digging for an APK and I jumped in. Now, I am a little hurt as an EA game changer for CNC Rivals, another mobile game, that nobody at EA offered me into the closed beta, but hey, I'll get over it. Ahoy there, Captain Benzie here, coming at you with my first impressions of Plants vs Zombies 3. Before we get started, if you enjoy this video, please let me know by hitting that like button, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more things mobile gaming. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future, either by commenting down below, or by finding me on the many different social media options listed below. Alright, all said and done, let's jump right in. Now, the first thing instantly apparent on starting up the game is that the hand-drawn sprites of yesteryear are gone, replaced with fully rendered 3D models for better or for worse. And the game has shifted to a Clash Royale-like portrait mode, hence the spiffy new overlays down each side of this video. Hope you like them, let me know in the comments. Gameplay is pretty similar to previous iterations. Players use sunlight to plant their defences, a wide variety of garden warfare from the cannon-like pea shooter, the projectile-lobbing cabbage pult, and fire-breathing snapdragons. Now there are more passive plants too, like the path-blocking walnut or the barking dogwood that lowers zombie defences. Rather than planting sunflowers and collecting sunlight manually, however, sunlight is now just accrued passively, like Elixir is in Clash Royale. And with the plants now being upgradable if you have enough gold and enough seed packets, alongside the new portrait playstyle and prerequisite battle pass, it is clear that EA and PopCap are seeking to appeal to that Clash Royale crowd of mobile gamers. Now, the art style is still cutesy, and for want of a better word, soft, but a part of me feels that something of the original charm has been lost, and this honestly is a feeling that does carry across into the gameplay for me. The original had carefully designed levels along a progression curve that introduced new plants and new zombies gradually and in an intuitive manner. Plants vs Zombies 3, however, falls back onto that tried and tested random loot box based progression system so prevalent in games these days. Whilst EA clearly doesn't want to throw away an obviously effective system of monetization, it is evident that they are trying to distance themselves from the words loot box and surprise mechanics by naming them pinatas and turning them into cutesy llama-like effigies. Now, I really must be missing something here, as to me this seems to hold zero relevance at all to the theming of the game. Zombies? Check. Plants? Check. Llama-shaped Mexican party toys? Really? Why? Now, maybe it's something to do with Crazy Dave, the pot-wearing loony neighbour who makes a return in a typically overblown madcap style. Now, maybe my tastes have just matured, but the writing for Crazy Dave and the plants, who now talk to each other as a kind of hand-holding tutorial of the game, just doesn't seem as clever, witty, or, plainly put, funny. The variety of zombies also just seems less, and somehow both crazier and yet less interesting. Now, in the original game, almost all of the zombies were believable in their lunacy. Disco zombies that summoned backing dancers, American footballers rushing down the line, pole vaulters that leap over plants, or zombies that are using screen doors as shields. Now, however, we've got fat zombies rolling giant donuts, techno-trendies who hide behind their phone and enrage when they're forced to drop it, and then Shakespeare zombies that take an absolute age to die as dramatically as possible. These, to me at least, feel so wacky that they don't really feel like they're part of a believable world anymore, and they more feel like an example of the game trying too hard to be funny. Again, maybe that's just me? Underneath all of this, the game is still fun. Fighting back hordes of the undead is still an enjoyable way to kill time, and there is a certain amount of satisfaction in unlocking new plants and leveling them up to take on more challenging levels, but it all feels artificial. Early on, the game halted my progress and told me that I could not continue until I had a pine cone, as I needed a plant with piercing attacks. Now, it took a couple of matches to eventually, randomly, unlock the plant in question, only for me to not even use it during the match, as the snapdragons I already had were more than ample for the job. And by the way, those snapdragons, at point of writing, can win pretty much every game hands down on their own. Now, the random stages against zombies are rated on difficulty, and a suggested overall power level is given, which means you may eventually come up against stages beyond your current capabilities. Then, you're going to need to grind out gold and seed packets to level your plants up in order to proceed. As you successfully beat stages, that stage disappears from the map and new zombies appear after some time has passed. Or, of course, you can buy fake brains to reset the stages for premium currency. There's also the main Terra Tower that you challenge to unlock new plants and areas, but attempting these stages is gated behind an energy system. Run out of energy and you need to wait, or pay, to try again. Now, as I've said, the core gameplay of planting and defending against waves of zombies is still enjoyable. It's just buried under several layers of artificial gating. Whether it's using premium currency to avoid the delay of getting new levels, or paying to avoid the grind of leveling up units to a power where you can actually proceed. Don't get me wrong, I'm well aware that games need to find ways to monetize, but this ain't it, Chief. And EA, come on, you did so well with CNC Rivals, only to completely forget everything you'd learnt. Considering there's already a very well crafted game that has this exact gameplay without all the artificial pain of waiting, grinding, or paying to proceed, I have to ask, what actually is the point in Plants vs Zombies 3? The original Plants vs Zombies managed to squeeze an entire campaign and dozens of extra game modes into a single install. Those extra game modes were unlocked with in-game currency that you could earn through gameplay, or with microtransactions if you didn't want to grind. But importantly, players were never left feeling like they needed to pay to proceed. Unfortunately, with Plants vs Zombies 3, that's all too often the case, and I've only been playing a week. Plants vs Zombies 3 is a fun little game, but it's buried under too many artificial roadblocks, and since that same fun little game is also available without any of the delay or pay tactics as the original Plants vs Zombies, it's sadly impossible to recommend Plants vs Zombies 3. So those are my thoughts on the game, just my opinions and what I find after a week of playing. Have you been playing the Plants vs Zombies 3 soft launch? Is it something you played in alpha, something in beta, or that you're really excited and looking forward to in the future? Are you a big fan of the Plants vs Zombies franchise? What's your favourite plant? Let me know all of this in the comment section down below. Happy sailing, and see you on the lawn, I guess?